started.
Thank you, babe. Now I'll be stand not awkwardly.
Recording. Can you clap 3 times for me?
Yo,
Yo,
me review.
yo, we're here. We've come.
We out here.
We out here. We haven't come before you. No, we haven't. Anyway, we are here because today we're going to do a video in which we look at all the cars I've owned, because I've owned quite a few, because I'm irresponsible with money, and we're going to rank them on this board. We don't have a permanent marker because I'm very unorganized, so you probably won't be able to see our ranking that well, but we'll show you at the end so that you know where everything ranked. Cool. All right. Connor, what do you want to say?
Not much.
Excellent words of wisdom. Let's get right to it. Okay, so the first 2 cars I had before me and Connor sort of became friends again. We were friends at school, and then we stopped being friends, and then we're friends again. So this is the first car. This is the first car I ever had. This is a Hyundai Getz. It was a 1 liter, 2003. And my mum bought me this car. My mum and dad put their money together and bought me this car as my first car. It was £250.
And that was asking too much for, in my opinion.
yeah. There's me on my birthday with the dinosaur stickers with this car as a present. It was amazing. I actually found this car in the garage like a week before my birthday, and I asked my mum about it, and she pretended it was our stepdad at the time's stepdaughter's his daughter while she was at uni. I bought it because I thought there's no way they would buy me a car. That's asking too much. But yeah, there it is. It was pretty cool. I had this for about a year. Once I passed my test, I sold it. I sold it for £350. £100. I made £100, and I got to keep the extra £100. I got to keep the money. So yeah, because it was a present. So boom, businessman. My next car was very different. My next car was a black Hyundai Getz. It was, ignore this, I've censored her because she's annoying. It was a black Hyundai Getz. It was a 1.4, so it's a bit more powerful. It was a higher trim, so the interior was a bit nicer. A bit more powerful, an extra 3 or 4 horsepower. And this is the only picture I have of the 2 of these cars together, hence why I didn't find another one without a picture of my ex in it. Please ignore that. I won't talk about it ever again. Connor, what do you think of my terrible black thing?
I don't like it. I don't think it's a very good car. It doesn't look very nice. Very plasticky. Not very high quality. I mean, for a runner, it's a very good idea, I think. I wouldn't buy it. Wouldn't bought a second one. I would have upgraded when I had the chance.
Yeah.
But I obviously haven't been in these 2 cars, so this is the only 2 cars in this entire video that I cannot comment on properly. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, cool. Moving on from this. After having this one for about a year, I decided to buy a new one. We went on holiday on that one a few times. My new one was a really dumb but really clever idea because it was... That's another picture of the same car. Ignore that. It was this. This is a Peugeot 307cc. It was the 2 liter diesel. It was beautiful. I was 17. I was either 17 or 18. Wasn't it?
18. Gets for a while.
Yeah, I think I was 18. The insurance was $3,500 a year.
Incredible.
It was stupid and I shouldn't have bought it, but I really wanted a convertible and I liked these because I remember the Top Gear episode where they had the modern Peugeot driver and I thought that was just so funny. So I was like, yeah, I'll just have that then. It was a newer version than the one in that, so they didn't have the bit where you could set the car on fire by pressing and holding a button.
Quite a good feature, I think.
Sadly not. Yeah, it was cool and it was convertible. My brother.
Yeah, so this is the first one that I was actually in, and I like this car quite a lot. I don't really like Peugeots, but this was nice. It was nice inside, leather seats, convertible, so it was nice in summer. We got a holiday twice in this one.
Yeah.
Went down to holiday twice in this car.
3 people one time, 4 people.
Yeah, and it handled everything you want. It had all our luggage in it. It was comfortable. We survived being dropped off a motorway ramp by this guy, and it didn't die.
No.
I also got stuck in the mud as well on holiday, and it also was alright with that. Once you got a Land Rover to put us out, but still, that's not the Land Rover. It was the car that got us out. So I quite like this one, and it was sad when it got written off by a stupid woman at a roundabout.
Yeah.
It was very sad. I also just realised we have not been rating the car so far. Yeah.
So guess number 1, the silver one.
Yeah.
What's that as a rating?
Out of what? 10?
Yeah, out of 5.
5.
5 is best, 1 is worst.
2.
2.
It could be worse, but it could be a lot better, so 2.
Is 2. And Getz 2?
The black one. I mean, it's literally the same car.
Yeah.
Two as well. I
Two as well?
I think.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, what do you think?
I think that one should be a bit better, but then also that...
It needs to get.
They will, yeah, well, should I be rating these on how much they mean to me?
I guess if you want to. I mean, I can't really comment on that, but... Oh, no, because I can't. I've been in, like, literally all your cars, so... Apart from these two. So, yeah, we could do that way if you
If
want.
it was how much they mean to me,
We could do both.
gets 2, we'll go up to 5. Best rating, because my first car.
Yeah,
So I
no,
love
that's
it.
fair.
Gets number 2 could just be 2, because it is not that special. It was good fun, but it was not special. Peugeot, black Peugeot.
I reckon... I say 3.
3.
In terms of a car, like, it was a nice car. It
was.
It was a Peugeot, which knocks it down a little bit. They're not the best cars.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take this. In my opinion, but it looked nice. Everything worked mostly.
Yeah.
It got us where we were going. Again, so I'd been dropped off a fucking ramp. So I would say probably 3. It's not the best car in the world, but it was nice.
Yeah.
It was good.
I'm thinking between 3 and 4.
3.5.
3.5. We could do 3.5. Or 4.
Up to you.
I don't know. Because it means a lot to me, because it was such a cool car, and I spent so much money on it more than I needed to.
Yeah.
We'll go 3.5.
Right, 3.5. That's what it is.
3.5. There we
Look at
go.
that.
Next up, another wonderful picture of the black Peugeot. This!
Oh no.
Connor knows this one.
Yes. Well, I know all of them apart from, but yeah, this one unfortunately I do know.
Yeah, so I bought this to do a van conversion into a camper van during COVID.
Yeah. Made a video series on it.
We did.
We made it on the channel.
Yep, Connor's in it. My friend Maddie's
I am
in
in
it. I think other people are in it. Like Maddie's dad might be in it. I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
we made this. We didn't make this.
We made this car.
We bought this. I bought this for some money. Tried to convert it into a camper van. Bought loads of parts for it, and then realized I'm not very committed. And making a camper van is a lot harder than it looks when you just watch people do it on YouTube. So we put the flooring in. I made this specifically shaped table to accommodate all the extra bits here, but we didn't finish the conversion. It had during COVID we weren't allowed to meet inside, so as a loophole, this probably was illegal, but anyway, who cares? Yeah. We put a sofa in the back of it and a TV and an Xbox and like leaded it up to the house. So
The back of a Berlingo for
it was great.
Like what, a year?
Yeah, me and Connor and our friend Rob did it.
It was good
me
actually. It worked.
and Brad and Max and I don't know who else.
I don't know.
Load of people. It was fun.
It was fun and surprisingly big in the back of those Berlingos. We had a lot of fun in them. And yeah, allowed us to hang out even during COVID. It was good. I mean, the Berlingo itself isn't particularly a very good vehicle. It had a leak. So what was it, an oil leak underneath?
Yeah.
Quite a bad one, I think. And what other, it had another problem with it as well. I can't remember what it was.
The engine was dirty, said a mechanic. I don't know what else.
The engine was on its way out.
Yeah.
Basically. So it wasn't a very good vehicle. Luckily, it literally never went anywhere.
Yeah.
Because it was just like a stationary hangout place. So
Yeah.
for that, it worked well. If you'd actually want to use it and convert it, it would have been terrible.
I agree.
And yeah, that's hence why money was lost on the selling it on.
Would you like to tell the lovely ladies and gentlemen how much money I lost?
I would tell people if I remembered. It was some amount.
Some amount. It was £900 was lost. I think I spent like 1,500-ish on the thing.
Yeah.
And I sold it for like 600 quid. So yeah.
Wasn't the smartest of trade deals.
If you want any financial tips, then don't come to me. No. But we got to rank it. So as a vehicle, it didn't do anything.
As an actual vehicle, it would be very low.
But it did allow me to hang out with all my homies. Yeah, and it was great fun. It was actually really cool just chilling in the van.
Maybe 3.5 then. Because again, like the vehicle, because we don't rate the vehicles. Really.
Yeah.
And it was terrible as a vehicle.
Yeah.
But as a house spot, it was good. So would that bring it up sort of halfway? I don't know.
I'd say 2.5. Because 3.5 is black Peugeot level.
Yeah, true.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna
2.5 is fair.
I'm going to put it at 2.5. Cool. All right, 2.5.
I think that's fair.
No, okay, cool. Moving on. Next car. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you this beautiful Rolls Royce is unfortunately in the picture of my next car, which is this. A wonderful Nissan Micra. You will remember from Nissan Micra Gardening.
The best video we've probably ever done. I think that was hilarious.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun in this car. Now this one is special because I actually did my driving test in this car and I passed pretty much flawlessly. Really, I had a driving instructor and I did my first test and I failed. And the guy was like, "Okay, yeah, well, I'm going to South America now, so good luck." And the guy just left. So I decided, oh shit, what am I gonna do? So I bought my car, and me and Louis will go out learning in that by myself. Realized towards the start of the test it was a bit too big to do maneuvers in comfortably. Obviously now it's not a problem, but at the time, so we decided instead to take out the Nissan Micra. So we practiced, went all around Bath, we went everywhere. We went pretty much everywhere in it, really. We had hours in this car learning, and I actually smashed my test at it because it was so easy to just park and do maneuvers in. It was a good car actually. We joked about when you first bought it, kind of like, it's a little fucking old Micra, but it's actually a special car. I think it was a very good car.
I agree.
And I was very sad when it went.
I was very sad when it went as well. I agree. This car is I think this car means more to me than almost any other car I've ever owned. Bought it for 500 quid after someone who wasn't paying attention wrote off my black Peugeot. That video is on my channel somewhere in my 2022 in review, I think. Or 2021 in review. I don't know. It's in one of those. It was great because it was worth like no money. I bought it for 500 quid. And check, that's still recording. Yes, it is. Bought it for 500 quid. Had nothing wrong with it. Had a year's MOT. Nothing ever went wrong with it. To get through an MOT once, I needed to weld some of it. That was easy and cheap. And it was great because I could just fuck around with it. So I put stickers on the back that said, "I'm visually impaired. Please be patient."
Yeah.
That was funny. It didn't have a cup holder, so I just drilled a hole in the dash and stuck drop-down cup holder in it. Yeah, after checking there was no airbag in there, of course. We did Nissan micro gardening where we just drove it around on a field.
Crashed it in this
Mini field. And it did fine. It never complained.
Never complained. I once just went off-roading in it in the grounds of this manor house by accident. It was great. I was driving through forest trail and it was fine. It was so light you could always push it if it got stuck. That is, I think, my favourite car. One of my favourite cars.
It was a good car, definitely.
Yeah. But because it was 500 quid, I would just fuck about with it. Like, there was once a shopping trolley in the road. This is before I did this. And normally you stop the car, get out and move the shopping trolley. I just didn't. I just rammed it off the road. And it left a little dent over one of the eyes. But it was like, oh, it's a cute little dent, it's fine. This one got written off where another stupid person who wasn't paying attention pulled out in front of me. And I had to swerve to avoid them. And because, it wasn't a performance car, they didn't swerve quite quick enough and it hit something. So, yeah. But, again, that's two cars written off and neither of them are my fault. That's true. That's the truth. So, Micra, I'm going 5.
I think 5. That is a great car, yeah.
We both love the Micra.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun in the Micra.
Beautiful, beautiful car. I would happily buy another one, but the values have gone up now. So, one in the condition that mine was in, because it was in really good condition, it's probably like $1,500 now, which is crazy because I paid 500 for it. But yeah, moving on. Next. Blue Peugeot.
Yeah, this one was
Yay!
a great buy.
Yay!
Do you want me to tell the story of this one?
story.
So this man obviously was sort of faster than the Micra. Because you still had the Micra when you had this car.
Yes.
This wasn't a replacement. He was a bit more flashy. And the dude, he had no money at the time because of his poor savings.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I found this car I really want. It's like I can't remember how much it was now. What was it?
2,600.
Yeah, didn't quite have the money for everything, the insurance. Came to me about it and I was like, dude, I think it's a bad financial choice, especially if something wrong with it because it is French. That's a very high chance. He's like, no, it's fine. So I was like, all right, I'll lend you a bit of money.
You did.
And I to pay you. I think it was the insurance one that I gave you, the insurance money.
I appreciate that.
I forgot what it was now, but
This
anyway,
man is a life-
I helped him buy the car, which I said he shouldn't do, but I helped him anyway. Within the first week, the gearbox, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Packed up, just gone. And you were kind of screwed over by the dealership.
Yeah.
Because they're like, sure, we can fix it for you, it's in our warranty, if you get it all the way up here. Because this man also didn't buy from local, so the cost to get it up there was, just a bit more than the repair, wasn't it? So it was like literally no point, because they don't cover the cost of doing that. So, out of pocket immediately from that car, and then was even worse financial state, which I told you would happen. So, it was not a good investment. And then something else happen? I can't remember now.
The repair shop I took it to damaged this, which is... Sorry, yeah. The repair shop I took it to damaged this.
Yeah.
This is the front quarter light. I think it was on the left. Yeah, it was on the left, I think. So that little tiny window, which is bespoke, they damaged it, they shattered it, and then absolutely refused that it was them. So I could never get anything out of them. Awful garage. I forgot their name, otherwise I would name and shame them. My cousin is a mechanic, so she fixed it. I bought a replacement quarter light. You had to take the whole door open and take the door panel off, and she did fix it, and that was wonderful. So good for her. She was great. After which the gearbox just started acting up again. So what happened?
You pretty much got rid of it.
Yeah, it just started like jumping gears. It was stalling, so it's an automatic, so it shouldn't stall, but it was just stalling, getting stuck in certain gears. Yeah, it was kind of fast, and it sounded all right.
It was quite fast, alright. It was comfy inside. It was very comfy inside. Nice heavy doors on it.
Ignore this dweeb dressed like a muppet, but it was lovely, like cream leather. It was so comfy.
It was tiny inside. It was clean.
Yeah, it was really good.
Clean, but
I sold it to someone else to get rid of it because it was just a lot of problems.
Had a lot of problems with it. Not worth keeping.
I don't know about you. I'm gonna say 2.
Yeah, 2. I mean, it was a nice car, but again, it was a Peugeot, gave you a load of problems. Off the bat. And it wasn't worth the problems it had, I don't think. That's why you sold it.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth keeping. Like, oh, you know, it's a really good car, even though it's cost me money. I'll keep it and work on it. It wasn't worth the effort, so that was a sell. Pretty much within the first couple of months, I remember.
Yeah, you know,
I really did not have it long.
I agree. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. It wasn't worth the trouble.
Wasn't really good.
Being French is not going to be good for reliability, but there was so much electric in it. Like the seats were electric. I'm trying to think now. Like almost everything that can be electric was, which is another thing to worry about because like that's just stuff that's going to go wrong. So yeah, it was fun, but it wasn't really worth the hassle. Next one. Hey! Is the
oldest one on here. One of the oldest ones.
Yeah, I
This
think
is when
it
we
is.
start to get to weird territory, by the
Yes,
way. I want to say. The list gets weird from here.
It does.
So this was a buy. Something this man bought. It was 7.5. I want to say.
If we're gonna go there, it was 7.5.
7.5 grand for this.
Yep.
What can you say about a vehicle like this? I mean, it worked. It did work.
Yeah, it did. It was.
As a camper van, it was. I mean,
was a
driving
motorhome.
Motor.
Yeah.
Driving it was pretty horrendous. No power steering. Extremely underpowered. It would have barely go up hills. It would really struggle to go up a hill, even slight inclines.
No power braking either.
Yeah, no power braking either. It was a nightmare to drive, but it was also kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was cool how old it was and how it didn't have all these modern features that cars do. So you have to kind of learn to like play with it. And it was quite interesting to be in. The actual what do you call it? Like where you sit, I can't remember what you call it now.
The cab.
The cab.
Yeah.
It felt like a I don't know, like a command unit. You know, like a ship.
Yeah.
It was so big. It was all this room, all these old like instruments on it. It was really cool. Inside, load of space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had everything you wanted. We went on holiday several times. We worked in it as well.
Yeah.
We worked. We used to stay overnight in it when we worked in different places. So it was pretty good actually.
Yeah. This was a truck basically underneath. It was a Ford P100. It was 1990.
This is the oldest vehicle, by the way, that you actually ever owned.
Yes, I think it was. Yeah, it was the oldest
By a
vehicle.
lot.
Not by a lot. No, by only a few months. Because there's another one we'll get to very soon, which came out in the same year.
Yes.
But yeah, it was great, and there is a in my one of my vlogs, which I'll link below. There is actually a tour of the inside of this as a van tour. But one of the reasons I went for this, there were two main ones. Number one, it's one of a kind. There is no other vehicle like this on the road. It was made by Apollo Motorhomes, and if you Google Apollo Motorhome Ford P100, the only pictures of this particular build that come up are my actual motorhome.
Yeah,
So yeah, to my knowledge, it's the only one. The inside was awesome because it was quite compact. It was 5.5 meters long, which is very small for a motorhome, but it had a double bed in the lounge, which also had 4 seats, which were driving seats because they were sideways. So you could take 6 people in this on the road. And it had a double bed above the cab, which you don't normally have in a van this size. Not only that, it had a full kitchen unit, it had a big wardrobe, and it had a toilet with a shower. And I never ever have seen a vehicle this size have all those features. Yeah, and that's why I went for it, because I was like, wow, like, because it was livable. You could live in it. It also had a solar panel, 2 leisure batteries, so I could run my television for several days. Yeah, like it was great.
It was impressive for its age as well. It was a really impressive bit of kit actually.
Yeah,
Weird but impressive.
weird but impressive. The bonnet, oh my god, like the bonnet was so heavy. Like, like if you were underneath it and the strut snapped, it would just take your head off like 100%.
We took it up, we had to work on one of your lights, didn't we? We
Yes.
had to replace.
Yeah.
Now, was it?
One of the headlights
The
was
whole big unit, didn't it?
cracked, I think. I don't know. Yeah, we replaced the whole unit.
But yeah, it was heavy. Yeah, it's funny working with this old as well.
Yeah, and you can't really tell from this picture, but the back end really overhung. So
Massively.
yeah, so like in a normal car parking space, you could fit because even if there was a curb here, you could back it up loads more. But also when you went up ramps and stuff, often the back would drag along the floor. It was a nightmare to drive, but it was wonderful to be in, and I have great memories. I reckon 4.5,
I was gonna go 4
4.
because it was cool. It was great to like be in again when we stayed away. We went on holidays and stuff, but the actual drive itself wasn't the best, was it?
Drive was bad.
Like you would not want to live in this full time.
No.
Absolutely no way. It was not. It'd not be worth driving it around. Not just the fact that so it didn't have many problems when you had it. Like very little issues. When he sold it, was it the next day? The guy who bought it, the engine just fucking died pretty much,
Yeah.
didn't it? And it cost a lot of money to fix. So he literally avoided that by like a day. We didn't know there was a problem with it.
No, we didn't.
I didn't know.
He had a mechanic inspect it before purchase.
An independent mechanic inspected it and said, yeah, look, it looks fine. So it was an issue you couldn't tell it had.
Yeah.
But yeah, by literally a day, he had to fork out a lot of money to get it up and running again.
Yeah.
So that was quite good timing.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this. I think a 4 maybe is fair. I say 4.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I'm gonna say 4.25
Yeah.
because I love this. I've always wanted a motorhome. This was like a childhood dream coming through, and it did enable a lot of things. Going out, having fun. Didn't have. It's like it was my house on wheels, you know. So I could just hang out with whoever I wanted. My mum, back when I used to live with her, is very particular about who could come over the house.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to hang out with mates and play video games and stuff, it was very hard because
Not me, I was always allowed in.
he was always allowed. But yeah, because like they wouldn't be allowed in.
People.
Yeah, exactly. But this, I could just do whatever I wanted. So yeah, I'm gonna say 4.25. It would be a 5 if it was easier to drive. The next vehicle,
It's the worst one.
he thinks so. I
Why
disagree.
not?
This vehicle is only a few months newer than this one.
If you were in this car for more than 10 minutes, it was like a living hell and you want to kill yourself. This thing fucking sucks.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, this video turned out to be far longer than we thought it was going to be, so we're going to do it in a 2-parter to avoid uploading an hour-long video to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the first half of this, another half is coming next week, I would say.
that sounds fair.
Yeah, next week. So please like and subscribe, as it says, if you'd like to know about the second half of all the stupid cars I've bought that I didn't really need to buy.
Which all the best ones are this half.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, most of the interesting ones are in the second half.
They are, yeah.
So,
So
you know,
please watch part 2 as well. It will be out soon. So like and subscribe if you'd like to see that. Thank you very much for
and
watching.
any future projects that we may do will be
Yeah, we
on the
will
video
do
too.
other stuff as well.
So-
Yeah, cool. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.